An overview of Title IX. Nicholas Harris, SBMT 650, American Public University. Title IX. It's the law. No person in the United States shall, on the basis of sex, be excluded from participation in, be denied the benefits of, or be subject to discrimination under any educational programs or activity receiving federal financial assistance. Title IX Education Amendments of 1972. What does this mean and why was it enacted? Title IX, the what and why. Title IX is a comprehensive federal law that prohibits discrimination on the basis of sex in any federally funded education program or activity. The main objective of Title IX is to avoid the use of federal money to support sex discrimination in education programs and to provide individual citizens with effective protection against those practices. Title IX applies, with a few specific exceptions, to all aspects of federally funded education programs or activities. In addition to traditional educational institutions such as colleges, universities, and elementary and secondary schools, Title IX also applies to any education or training program operated by a recipient of federal financial assistance. The history of Title IX. Prior to Title IX, the primary physical activities offered to girls included cheerleading and square dancing, sports that had historically been perceived as feminine. During the 1971-72 school year, prior to the initiation of Title IX, there were 294,015 girls participating in high school athletics, compared to 3,666,917 boys. Only 29,972 of those girls participated at the varsity level. There was virtually no scholarship opportunities available for furthering a woman's education. After Title IX, participation in sports by females increased 940% from 294,015 girls in 1972 to 3,057,266 in 2007. In 1996, girls constituted 39% of high school athletes, compared to 7.5% in 1971. $1,809,500 was given to female athletes in Division I in 2005-06 school year. Gender equity is an atmosphere and a reality where fair distribution of overall athletic opportunity and resources are proportionate to women and men, and where no student athlete, coach, or athletic administrator is discriminated against in any way in the athletic program on the basis of gender. That is to say, an athletic program is gender equitable when the men's sports program would be pleased to accept for its own the overall participation, opportunities, and resources currently allocated to the women's program and vice versa. NCAA Gender Equity Task Force, 1972. Title IX has played a central role in shaping our national conversation about gender in sport in schools during the past 33 years. Since its passage, the nation has witnessed profound changes for children in access and opportunity to school-based programs of sport and physical education. Nowhere are these changes seen more clearly than in the area of girls' participation in varsity sport programs. According to the National Federation of State High School Associations, female participation has risen from fewer than 300,000 in 1972 to over 2.9 million in the academic year 2005 to 2006. This represents an 875% increase in the number of girls participating in high school sports over the span of 3 decades. Title IX, the three-part test. Hughes' 1979 policy interpretation articulated 3 ways compliance with Title IX can be achieved. This became known as the three-part test for compliance. A recipient of federal funds can demonstrate compliance with Title IX by meeting any one of the 3 prongs. 1. Providing athletic participation opportunities that are substantially proportionate to the student enrollment. This prong of the test is satisfied when participation opportunities for men and women are substantially proportionate to their respective undergraduate enrollment. Title IX, the three-part test, cont'd. 2. Demonstrating a continual expansion of athletic opportunities for the underrepresented sex. This prong of the test is satisfied when an institution has a history and continuing practice of program expansion that is responsive to the development interests and abilities of the underrepresented sex, typically female. 3. Accommodating the interests and ability of underrepresented sex. This prong of the test is satisfied when an institution is meeting the interests and abilities of its female students even where there are disproportionately fewer females than males participating in sports. Title IX. How AEDs can comply. Ensure that the expenditures and facilities for women and men are of equal value. Ensure salaries for coaches of teams of both genders are equal. Maintain a proportional number of female and male athletes corresponding to their enrollment in the school. Train all staff to maintain compliance with Title IX and establish a procedure for the reporting of any suspected violations. Fundraise consistently in order to maintain compliance with Title IX without having to resort to eliminating male sports programs. Title IX. My impressions. Like anything in which the government is involved, Title IX has numerous issues. The spirit of the law is well-intentioned, but the logistics of its enforcement leave much to be desired. My favorite sport is wrestling, in which I won a freestyle state championship in high school. During my time applying for college, I saw firsthand the devastation that Title IX was having on my sport, as team after team was cut to maintain compliance with Title IX. The law intended for women to be treated equally, but not at the expense of the right of men to pursue their passions as well. It must be reinterpreted in relation to the level male and female interest in athletics. Title X. How good law went terribly wrong. Title IX. The future for high school sports. It's my hope that strict proportionality requirements are not instituted at the high school level to the extent that they have been at the collegiate level. It is possible to maintain compliance with Title IX without having the same percentage of male and female athletes, relative to school enrollment, so long as one of the other prongs is met. High school athletic directors should remain cognizant of the need to make equal expenditures on staff, uniforms, facilities, etc., and remain vigilant of the concerns of and opportunities available for the female student population.